Thanks for staying with us. So we're taking the story about the protesters and APC supporters hold parallel rallies in Lagos and Abuja. So the anti-government protests and counter-rallies to drum up support for the president came out yesterday. In Abuja, the Take It Back movement protesters planned to storm the National Assembly but failed as the heavy security personnel obstructed their way. The security at the National Assembly was actually reinforced with iron barricades and a long truck effectively blocking access for the protesters. However, in contrast to that, the protesters who were supporting the president were allowed to move freely close to the National Assembly. Some arrived in large convoys of tricycles, blaring music in praise of the president. Those ones were allowed. So, speaking yesterday, I think it was a man called TIB coordinator Rex Elenu said the security agents were after them. Another person, Michael London, accused the government and security agencies for double standards. He alleged that the Tinubu administration was intolerant to criticism. I wanted to take that story because the president himself said it yesterday during his speech that they shouldn't criticize or arrest or hound anybody who is criticizing him. That is part of our democracy. So I think he has given a strong warning to all security agencies because people they can be very overzealous. Because you are anti-government, they want to arrest you or stop you, obstruct your right.
It's a sense of loyalty.
It's a sense of loyalty. But it's important that the president reiterated that, listen, everybody has a right. Even those who are abusing me, allow them to abuse him. It's their own constitutional right to do so. Okay, and that story.
Okay, so we have the Wiki is working. They said over 3,300 house owners, embassies to lose properties in the FCT. They said the capital territory, that's the prominent government institutions, state liaison offices, and several foreign embassies are facing imminent loss of properties due to failure to pay statutory ground rents owed to the FCT. They said all this, the total of their owing is over 24 billion naira. They said the Department of the Land Administration, that's in Abuja, that they have the total of 3,383 defaulters who have failed to pay their ground rent from 2014 to 2024, and that they are saying that some of these people who are owing, we have that is in the government entities, we have the Nigerian Navy, they are owing 5.2 billion. They say DPR, that's Department of Petroleum Resources, they are owing 1.5 billion, and then the Federal High Court 4.1 billion. Also, they said some of the liaison offices that are owing, we have Lagos, Kwara, Jigawa, Benue, Ondo, Adama, Osun, and Enugu, all combined, they are owing 7.15 billion. And also, some of the embassies owing, we have the embassy of, that's UAE, UAE, and then the other one is the Republic of Mauritania. They are all owing, and he's saying that Wiki. He's saying that he's giving them 14 days from the date of this publication to pay their ground rent. Otherwise, they're going to revoke or withdraw their title and also the land itself.
Okay, moving on now to the Vanguard. I don't view one-party state as good for Nigeria, says Tinubu. Tinubu celebrates Vanguard publisher Sam Amuka at 90, confers him over 60 others with national honors. IBB apologized to us for annulling June 12, says Abiola's son. Today, I think lots of the Nigerian editors will be honoring Sam Amuka. Actually, today's his birthday. I was speaking to his son Toyo the other day, and she was like, all the major editors of the nation have come together to honor a true veteran of the letter. This is somebody who is well admired, and I'm happy that even the national honor came aligned with his birthday, 90th birthday party. Happy birthday to the publisher of Vanguard, Sam Amuka. May God continue to give you long life in the mighty name of God.
Amen.
I have IBB apologize to us for annulling June 12th. So Lekon Abiola, one of the children of the late Moshood MKO Abiola, winner of the annulled June 12, 1993 election, yesterday disclosed that the former military president, General Ibrahim Babangida, retired, had apologized to the family for invalidating the polls. He said this at the MKO Abiola Memorial Symposium and preparations for the launch of a book, MKO Abiola, Symbol of Democracy. It was held in Lagos under the aegis of the Kudirat Initiative for Democracy Kind. He urged the president, that's the current president Bola Tinubu, to ensure that the federal government pays all outstanding entitlements owed to his father, saying past administrations had failed to do so. He also said that the public apology that was tendered by Babangida came as a relief to the family because it ended all controversies surrounding the winner. He said that they had always, when they returned from the United States of America, they met IBB. He apologized privately, and when he came out publicly to say he was sorry and that MKO won the election, he did what he had done already in private. He explains it as that when he did it privately, it's like someone punching you in public and then coming to say sorry to you in private. But now that he has said it publicly, you know, it's giving them so much relief. And he also says that they're sure that they're talking of the book. It says the book is about Abiola. It will trace his roots, background, business growth, and also talk about how he started off in politics and so on and so forth. There's just so much else, but at least it was just an acknowledgement that they had gotten a public, that, you know, they were relieved to have gotten a public apology for June 12th.
So I want to take the story on the labor union, our labor union. There is an ongoing international labor conference in Geneva, Switzerland, and during that conference, the members of organized labor within Nigeria have called for they said there would be a protest. They said they are challenging the minimum wage consequential adjustments, and they set for fresh battle as they meet with the federal government. The leader of two centers, NLC Joe Ajero, TUC Festus Osifo, supported by other executive members, said in spite of the inflation, if the government had been sincere with the consequential adjustment, that lots of workers would have been better. That they can say for a fact that the consequential adjustment did not allow workers to enjoy the benefits of the new wage. It makes nonsense of the wage. He said that the inflation, generally talking about the challenges of inflation, challenges of labor, and said they are ready to open negotiations with the federal government to help states, agencies struggling with the issue of consequential adjustments to deal with it. The president of the Senior Staff Association of Statistics, Corporation and Government-Owned Companies, also doubled as the Deputy President of TUC, Kayode Alakija, expressed that workers of the federal government parastatals who are in a number like some of them are still living off 30,000 naira as their minimum wage. So this consequential adjustment has not trickled down to everybody, especially those that are in parastatals, that when he learned the plight that Nigerians have become worse, even due to the 70,000 naira, that is calling out the government that a lot needs to be done because the consequential adjustment has not taken place, and labor is going to be fighting for people that work within and are members of the organization.
You have a story to move on to the Tribune?
Yes, so I have a story. Well, this one is just thanking the president for honoring him. He said that's the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, that's Mr. Bayo Onanuga, has thanked the president for honoring him with a national award. He said that at least he was recognized, they recognized his role during the June 12th struggle and the enthronement of democracy in the country. He said, Sabo the hacker, he's saying, thank you, Mr. President, for the national honors for me and many of my colleagues who braved the odds and the guns to enthrone democracy and fight for the annulment of the June 12th election result. He said, I am grateful for the recognition and will continue to serve my country in the best way I know.
We'll read more when doing our hot topic, our discussion today. Let's go on a short break now. We'll come back. We continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.